Hello again. We are here today to show you how you can create a coming soon landing page and ad to promote your coming soon listings with Command. So first of all, I want to start off with a disclaimer. Please be sure to check your MLS rules regarding coming soon. We know they are very different from board to board and from MLS to MLS. So here is a way we're going to go through how you can create first the landing page and then also create the ad to drive leads to get business into your pipeline. Because right now we know that if you do a just listed campaign, a lot of times it's going to be sold before you even get any leads off of that. So your goal with all listings, of course, is to generate at least 2 pieces of additional business with a listing. So let's dive right in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Go ahead and maximize that. And you're going to start off from your home screen. First thing we're going to do is go down to create a landing page under the consumer tab. From there, we're going to create a new page. And if you watched a video of mine a few weeks ago, talking about a buyer listing page, this is a very similar concept to that. So go create a new page and then as a landing page, create page. I like to start by naming it right away so I don't forget and get prompted later. We're going to call this 123 Main Street coming soon. Tab off of that. And then I always like to pull in my branded header first. And then normally, if you were creating a landing page for a listing that's active, you would pull in that listing information. Since this one is not active, there is nothing to pull for that yet. So we have to use some underutilized tools that the Command landing create a page has for you. So you have all your widgets here, and then you have a couple of things down here called content blocks. You're going to click on that, and the first thing we're going to do is bring in an image. So you just drag and drop that over, and now we have to upload an image for that. So I have a couple saved on my computer here from someone who is nice enough to share a coming soon with me. Go ahead and click on that, click on the image, and that is going to pull that in there. Now, what you will see is this can tend to be a very large picture there. So one of the things that you can do with the content blocks editor is to change the size of that image. So we're going to click on it, make sure it is selected, and then go up to the little paintbrush here, and you're going to change the dimension of that. And it's at 1024 right now, which is a standard size for ideal for like Instagram, the square photos. We're going to go down to 512 on that, cut that right in half, and you'll see that resized the image there to a little bit more reasonable of a size. Next, we're going to do is we're going to go back to the content blocks, and we're going to pull in some text. So this is where you're going to pull in your maybe put your property address or just a header here. So we're just going to put some sample information in here, clear out that. Now, one thing you will want to do for sure is change the size of that. So I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to change the font size. I like 6 personally. It may look a little big on the creation page, but it's not going to look that as big when it actually goes live. So, and then the other thing I like to do is I like to change the font. I am a big fan of on our websites using the Roboto font. So we're going to choose that in there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to add another text block. And that is where I am going to put in the description. So I'm just going to go into MLS and I am just going to pull any old remarks section here and pull that in here. Copy that, pull that in and paste that right down there. So again, same thing here. You're going to see that this is very small text. So we're going to select all of that. change the font size maybe up to a 5 and get that going. So the last thing we want to do on here is create a lead form. So this is going to be one of your standard widgets, and we're going to use lead form, pull that in, put it underneath there, and you'll see that that pulls that in the same way you would use that on the landing page. Now, the last step before you have your landing page complete is to go in and configure your widgets. So you have 2 of them in there now. Your branded header, so we're going to put a title. Go ahead and save and apply. You'll see that that pulls up on there. And then the other thing you can change if you chose the text that goes interested, let's talk. We're just going to change this to want more info. Save and apply. You'll see that that changes that down there. And you're going to go ahead and hit save landing. Nope, sorry. We're going to go ahead and hit publish page. Make this visible to others. And now you have yourself a landing page that is ready. I like to click on it just to see what it looks like, to make sure that it is doing what I wanted to do. Of course, if you had some more photos, or if you already had a 3D tour or a video tour made, you could put that in there as well. So that's what it looks like on the live side from the internet. So once you have the page created, you're going to go into campaigns and create the campaign for this. So for this, we're going to do create a new campaign, social ad, and I am going to call this 123 Main Street coming soon. And in this case, we're going to attract buyers. Again, you can choose any. You don't want to choose advertised listing because you don't have one to pull in for that yet. Go ahead and hit Facebook. I like to choose Facebook only, seeing much better returns with that versus Instagram and Twitter. Set up campaign. And we're not going to add a listing, so we're going to skip these steps here. For main copy, so this is what's going to go in this section here. Again, I would probably just copy and paste in that remark section, get it to a spot where it is the right size. And edit for a headline. We're going to use, I would love to use where it is, maybe coming soon in a neighborhood. And I am a big proponent of putting the price right on there, get the right audience attracted to it. And then under description, you can get creative here with some emojis or something along those lines. For this, just going to get some text in there. Go ahead and save add text. And then from there, you're going to add some media. So we got a couple of different options that you can do here. You could just pull in that same stock image, or you could create something with some graphics in design. So that's what I've done for this. So I'm going to go ahead and select media for this campaign, add images, and I've created this in our design library. So if you've created something in the design library, you can pull that right in. You'll see I have this one called Coming Soon sample. This is going to pull this image right in for us, so we don't have to even upload it or anything like that. Of course, it was not ready to use right now. There it is. Preview and crop image. So what I have done is I created an image in Designs with this little Coming Soon stamp, put our branding on there. I'm just going to change this to a square for best for most placements, and it'll fit that image perfectly there. So go ahead and hit Save Image, and you'll get a sample of what that looks like. I like to see what that looks like on mobile, because that is going to be where most people are seeing it, and there you'll see it sized perfectly for that for us. So go ahead and hit Save, Add Media. And then the final step is just to configure. Of course, it has to be assigned to a page. I'm going to pull the page. Important step here is you want to make sure you have the Facebook lead generation form, the radio button on that. I prefer learn more of the options that they have here. It's not really applying for anything, even though they are signing up. And then finally, for this section, you're going to use choose landing page. We created this landing page earlier here, and it's called 123 Main Street coming soon. So you just click on that, and that is where your leads will go to. That's where they will be directed once they have registered for and filled out the Facebook form. So the final part of that is to use your ad targeting. So you can do some pretty great things with your, if you customize and do some expert targeting. So we're going to make sure we have target a custom audience and choose your radius of how far you want it to go out. If you want to target people in a different geographic area, you can do that. The most you can go is, lowest you can go is 15, highest you can go is 50. But where you can get really great targeting done is under this expert targeting. So we're going to go in here and hit add interests. And there are, I think the last time I saw, there were 391 interests that you could target depending on what you want to create for, who's the perfect avatar for buyer for that house. So, or seller, if that's what you're targeting. So just some great ones that I like that I've seen in here. If you're targeting that high end market, there is 2 tags in there. One is luxury vehicle, one is luxury property. So this is Facebook's information on people who like or have liked similar pages. I like luxury vehicle as one. If it's a higher end home, again, just creating that generalized avatar. There are a couple of great financial services in here to target, again, that higher end buyer potentially, maybe financial services. And then another one that I like is going to be stock market. Again, generalizing, the people who are like those things are, generally speaking, a little bit more likely to be high income earners. So we're also gonna, of course, throw in your people that are specifically looking for houses. One that I like for that entry level house, there is one interest in here called first time buyer. Like that, you go ahead and hit save, and you'll see that I've saved all of these targets as they are ORs. So it's going to target people who like any of those 5, have any of those 5 interests. If you want to get super tight, you can do some and statements now within command, and this would make it so that they have to like all of the things that are in that and. So the final step there is save Facebook ad. And then finally, before you publish it, which we're not going to do for the purposes of this training, is you create your duration and how much you want to change, how much you want to spend per day and overall on the budget. So final step there would be to publish campaign, and you will be good to go. So I hope you have enjoyed this training and found it useful. Again, my name is Chris Cox. I am the Director of Professional Services here in the Keller Williams Innovate office in Wilmington, North Carolina, as well as servicing the Myrtle Beach office and helping them with their professional services. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks.